Hello and namaste to the viewers of Kasthamandap television. Welcome back to the title winners. I am your host Tisha, and today with us we have the winner of Rising Star, Miss Ashmita Khadka. Welcome to the show, Ashmita.
Thank you so much.
So first of all, then congratulations for winning the title.
Thank you.
So how are you feeling, Oily?
It's really privileged getting this prestigious title. I feel lucky and proud of myself right now, but at the same time, I think I have some responsibilities to my society, and I hope I fulfill it throughout my time.
Good. So before you joined the pageant and after you've joined and even won the title, so what changes are you? What are the changes that you feel?
Okay, so since my childhood, I was interested in this pageant field, and it was like my dream to win Rising Star since the time I thought about this, I heard about this, and after I won, there were changes. Like people started knowing me, they started appreciating my talent, they started appreciating me. So it was good, and there were changes, but the positive changes. So I enjoyed.
So you were interested in the pageant field since like your childhood, have you participated earlier in our pageant ceremony?
In my school Loyalty Academy, each year there's a beauty pageant named as Miss Loyalty. In last year, I took part in that beauty pageant, and I won the title of first runner-up.
So pageants ko field ma chahi, like what were you? So you were interested in Rising Star pageant ma chahi. So how did you hear about it, or were you heard about it पहिला देखि नै and you were planning that you will go there and do
पहिलादेखि नै हल्का हल्का आइडिया त थियो मलाई, मैले देखेको थिएँ सोसल मिडियामा. एन्ड देन जब शान्तिराम सर, द डाइरेक्टर अफ राइजिङ स्टार, उहाँ स्कुलमा आउनुभयो र हामीलाई भन्नुभयो. एन्ड आई वाजन्ट इभन इन द क्लास. म एउटा इन द स्कुल उसमा कम्पिटिसनमा गएको थिएँ, अनि साथीहरूले अनि टिचर्सले आएर तिमीले यु क्यान डु द्याट, वी सी द्याट क्यापेबिलिटी इन यु भन्नुभयो. अनि मैले त्यो फर्म लिएर घरमा गएँ, अनि पछि कन्ट्याक्ट गरेपछि आई न्यू द्याट इट वाज अ ट्यालेन्ट सो मोर देन अ beauty pageant, and I was more excited and interested, and that is why I think I'm here today as the winner.
It's like very when you are interested in it as well, and it's like it will become easier for you to do it. So do you plan to do further pageants, or like there are other pageants going on, so do you plan to do them as well?
I'm thinking, and I hope my luck favors me.
So currently, what are you doing? You're studying?
Yeah, I'm studying in grade 9 in Loyalty Academy.
So you're studying in grade 9.
Yeah.
And, the school days are almost going to be over.
Yeah.
So are you happy that the school is going to end, or you were sad?
Like when I was grade 7, grade 6, I used to count like how many years are there left to end school life. But now when I see my seniors leaving school, seeing them sad, and I also have that feeling in my heart that it's just 1 year and it will end everything, my friends, my teachers. So I'm sad about it, and I don't want it to end at all.
Yeah, like when you are in like this grade 6 and 7, you don't actually care, like you are just like, you don't like school and you don't like going there, like waking up so early, and you just love the holidays, But when you are growing up and when you reach your 9 is the main phase, that you go there and you're like, oh my god, it's only 1 year left now. It's going to be really like after you complete your 10, and it's going to be like, I want to go back to school. So you're going to miss your friends, So how has your school life been?
Awesome. I mean, since I was a child, my teachers were really supportive, and they always saw me as a good student. They knew what was my talent, potentiality, and they always supported me. Like if there's any program, they used to choose me as anchor, or is there any like inter-school activities. I was only the first one being their selective student, so they always saw me as a good student.
So school life ma chahi, the good memories that you have, or good experience, you can share some of them.
There are a lot of good experience I had, but recently after I won Rising Star, like सबै स्कुलको प्रिन्सिपल जस्तै हाम्रो स्कुलको प्रिन्सिपल पनि he is really strict, but then that day like he called me in the office and I was really afraid. My friends were there saying what's gonna happen, and then when I went there he said like I have a surprise for you, can you guess what? And I was like no, I don't know. And he suddenly took out a chocolate from his pocket and said that you really made us proud, I'm really happy for you, and he gave that chocolate, and that was the best memory I had in my school life.
So your principal is strict.
Yeah.
Like most of the school, their principals are mostly strict, and whenever they call you in their office, and it's like a huge deal. Okay, the whole class is discussing like why is he calling us over there, and so it has been a good memory.
Yeah.
So bad memories, like like bad, or maybe it can be anything.
No.
It is your school life has gone well. So after it's not SSC, it's SCE, I guess. So after that, saying what do you plan to do? What are you planning to study?
Maybe I will join some visa training classes as well, and as I aimed of being a motivational speaker, I will go in that field, but I also look up being a nurse, I guess.
Nurse.
Yeah.
So motivational speaker, Bunny, there are different kind of motivational speaker, like maybe there are people who motivate people for their business go field, maybe, what kind of motivational speaking are you into?
Like being in today's society, we have so many social problems like women violence, women being raped each day. So being a girl, I really feel bad about this, and if I can raise a voice through something, then that is through speaking, through public speaking. So I guess I'll be a motivational speaker and will look up to end women violence.
So you're interested in being a nurse as well, nursing, why are you interested?
Maybe as a good step for my career, I can be stable financially as well, and also my parents has always looked up for me being a nurse, so
they also want you to become a nurse.
Yeah.
It's like it's a humanitarian sort of work as well.
Yeah.
So you're into social work. So do you like it?
Yeah.
So you're interested in becoming a motivational speaker, and like along with motivational speaker, and you take motivational speaker as your passion, or do you want it to be your career?
I believe when you like something and when you are passionate about something, you definitely get success. So in my point of view, motivational speaking is something that I literally love about. So if I'm doing it with all my determination and passion, then that will surely be career for me. So I looked motivational speaking as both of them, passion as well as career.
That's a really good thing, if you are more than that, when you talk about your career, it's not just about earning money. Sometimes it's like when people get motivated by whatever you say, like it's such a good feeling that you have, like people are looking up to you and they like everything that you say. So more than this, or like going to the lighter side, or hobbies and interests, or
I love stage anchoring, and I also love writing, like any motivating thing that I write, and then whenever I get an opportunity, I perform in it. So I like writing and reading novels as well.
So you're into writing as well. So what do you write, poems or?
Like whenever I'm feeling bad and there's something going on in my head and I want to like do it and take it and brush it up, I write, and actually it turns up good and becomes so motivating. So yeah.
Like sometimes when you write something and you read it yourself, then you get motivated yourself as well. So for motivational speaking, so you write what you feel like, and doesn't it get so deep sometimes, like you're thinking of something, like something's going in your head, and then you write it, and then you start writing, and when it goes to the middle, it's like going so deep, like you don't even know, it's going like, so then it's motivating you as well, and you feel like writing it more.
Like 6 months ago, I heard an incident about a 7-year-old girl being raped, and when I was getting back to home, I read that newspaper and I felt so bad. And when I got home, and the whole thing came up in my mind, like the menstruation thing that we have in our society, the criteria for us being a woman, and being like menstruated each month. So I really wanted to write that, and I wrote an act based on menstruation, and where a girl is being raped when she's isolated from her house during her menstruation period.
Yeah, it just happened recently, right?
Yeah.
That she was out on her like for the menstruation time, and then she got raped. So it's like the society is thinking that menstruation is something that, like, you know, it's a bad thing, and they're taking people away from their home. And again, out there, it's like they're saving the girls, but they are not actually saving it. It's such a bad thing that's happening in our society. So for your pageant, let's say for the Rising Star, what did you do for the talent round?
Yeah, so as I said you before, I wrote this like act based on women violence, and when a woman is having a menstruation period and she's isolated from her house and she gets raped by some boys, and I prepared this act when I was busted up. I just wrote it to brush up my feeling, but then it really turned out so good, and I was just waiting for a platform to perform it so that I can motivate some people and make the positive change in society. So this, I performed an act based on this.
Based on the menstruation.
Yeah, I did that, and then after, when it was an act and everyone were impressed by my acting, the story that was best about, and I think most of them got motivating. And beside being Rising Star winner, the act that I did in talent round, and maybe some of parents got motivated from me, and that matters me the most.
Yeah, like it's the menstruation thing, like it happens in almost every house in Nepal, especially because it's a Hindu country, and it's a myth that's been going on since so long. So like, don't you feel like, Kosari, like how did it all start? How did people start thinking that it's a bad thing? Like, it's just so natural.
Yeah, like we women, I mean, in our Hindu culture, women are treated as goddess, and even if there's some pujas in our home, girls are always put a tika first and give some amount of money as a blessing or something like that. But when it comes on periods, and even if you are having your periods on pujas, you are isolated from the house, you are not allowed to touch any material. So it's so unfair. Like in some days you are put a tika, and some days you are isolated, so that's very like unfair.
It's like you sometimes feel like where did this thing came from? Like I'm so keen to know about it. Like, where did it all start from? Why did people do it? Maybe they isolate, not just isolate them, but maybe they were just stopping them from doing the household works, because maybe they shouldn't be tired, and they should not be working, and maybe people took it further, and all this thing is happening. Exactly. It's like there are goddesses, and they treat women like that sometimes, like the goddesses, and then when they're in the periods and they're like not allowed to touch the same gods. What if the goddess is on her period? What are they going to do? Are they going to take her out of the temple or something? So it's like a really burning issue, but I think people are still understanding. You need to change it. So how is it in your family? Are you privileged, or?
I'm not, like, I come from a Hindu family, and there are some criteria for me when I'm on my periods, but these days, as I'm growing up, I'm learning things better, and I'm convincing my parents, and I hope things will get better in upcoming days as well.
Yeah, it's not easy to, it's the thoughts of people, and it's not easy to change. It takes time, and when you speak about it, there are people who get motivated about it as well. So that's the main motive that you have as well, I guess. So in the talent round as well, maybe there were so many parents sitting there. Maybe they had a click and thought of.
Even my dad was there crying, my mom was crying, and everybody in the auditorium hall was crying. So that was a good thinking
that you left. So when you watch something like that, and you realize that you've done something wrong, I guess, and then they can go and change it later on. It does take time, but let's hope for the best. So in your family, let's talk about how are you in the family. So you were naughty, or you were the calm?
Like, I'm the youngest in my family. I have my elder brother. So, like, my dad, I'm totally a daddy's little girl. So, I've always been loved as a youngest sibling. So, things are good.
Things are getting good. So, you have an elder brother. And what kind of a relationship you have with him?
Like, he has just given his +2 and he is like literally too elder for me. So, we don't have that much talk to each other. But sometimes when I talk to him and I feel that, there's something as a brother sister, and then but sometimes we have fights as well.
So you have, the fights are really common in the siblings these days. Even I have a lot of fight with my brother. And so your family supports you?
Yeah, they know my potentiality and they respect the talent that I have, and so
they support you. Like the family support is really necessary these days. So you are into motivational speaking and you like social work as well. And so you've planned to speak against the women issues that are going on here. And what about your free time? What do you do during your free time? How much do you use your phone? Or
I use social medias like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, but whenever I'm using YouTube, I also try to utilize my time. I watch TEDx so that I can learn something about public speaking and motivational speaking. So social medias, I'm utilizing it in a good way.
So TEDx is such a great show that is there in YouTube, like you get to learn so many things from them. Like, do you plan on going there and speaking one day?
Yeah, I'm literally dreaming it these days, and I hope I get there if I'm going on well on that. And it's so motivating when you watch that. You are so inspired whole day. You only think about you only have positive thing on your mind. So that's really inspiring, and I hope I get there one day.
Yeah, best of luck for your future as well.
Thank you so much.
In Nepal, Mapani, there is this thing called the Story Yellers. So do you watch it?
Yeah, I watch it. I don't even miss one episode of that.
So when you watch that, there are so many celebrities mostly, and they have their life stories to share. So you can go there, you will be there one day as well. So if you are there, suppose you are there, what would be your life experience like? Are there struggles or anything that you have to share?
I'm just 14-year-old and I feel myself lucky that I've got supportive parents and my life is going on good. But who knows, there are still a lot of years to go. So
the struggle has not yet started. There is a lot of time to have all of that. So so you have planned a lot for your future as well, and you're in such a tender age, and still you have so much of knowledge about the society, and it's really great and overwhelming to see the young generation coming up this way. So all the best for your future. Anything that you like to say to the viewers of Kasthamandap television?
Firstly, I feel so much privileged getting this title. I'm really honored, and I really want to spread the message that we women are not something to be hidden. We are the one who should be in a track with men so that we can do something in upcoming generation and do good for the society, country and the world as well. So at the end, all I want to say is menstruation is not the thing to be hidden. Actually, it's a power in women. We haven't seen men bleeding, right? And it's a power that we have being a woman, and super women don't hide their superpower, I guess. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking your time and coming and visiting us. So this is all for today. We will be back again with another episode of Title Winners. Till then, keep watching Kasthamandap television.